Ready,
Audio Jungle.
set,
Audio Jungle.
go!
Hello guys, welcome back to our video blog with me, Wirri, and my friends from Group 1. By the way, in our first video, we has already discussed about definition and kinds of line, curve, and angles. And now, in our second video, we will discuss about application of line, curve, and angle in real life. Do you know there are many examples of line, curve, and angle in real life? See the picture above. What does the pictures above means? Are you curious? Okay, right now I would like to show you the real life example of line. But before we look the examples, let's remember that line has various kinds that are vertical lines, horizontal lines, diagonal lines, and angular lines. So, let me show you the examples. Well, look at the flagpole. The flagpole is an example of vertical line, because the flagpoles that extend downwards and upwards and parallel to y-axis. Next, see the Mona's Tower. The Mona's Tower is also an example of vertical line. Guys, look at the white line in the middle of highway. It is an example of horizontal lines, because the white lines which extend to the right and left direction and parallel to x-axis. And then see the following picture. The stair is an example of diagonal line, because the stairs which connects one corner to another corner but not on the same side. After that, look at the scissors. The scissors is an example of angular line, because the arm of scissors which meets each other at one point creating angle. Okay guys, next I would like to show you some real life example of line based on transition of line to other lines. From the first video, we know there are 4 various possibilities of line transition regarding the transition of others, that are parallel lines, perpendicular lines, coinciding lines, and intersect lines. Well, look at the zebra cross. The zebra cross is an example of parallel lines. Next, look at the kites. The diagonal of kites is an example of perpendicular lines. And then, look at the picture. The 12 o'clocks is an example of coinciding lines. After that, look at the scissors. The scissors is an example of intersect lines. Okay guys, that's all for me. The next discussion, our friends Dinda Frildawati will explain about application of curve in real life.
Hello guys, I'm Dinda. Here I want to explain to you about how curves are applied in daily life. Before that, have you watched the first video? Well, in the first video, I explained to you about the definition of curve and the kinds of curve. I hope you all still remember about definition and kinds of curve, because we will discuss its application in daily life. Okay guys, in daily life, you will definitely and probably have always heard the word curve. Consciously or not, curve always appear in daily life. Especially toys relate to patterns that involve numbers that are calculated. There are also curves described to the path of something like a highway, river, and others. We are familiar with, for example, the learning progress of curve, the supply and demand curve in economics, and others, which are drawn in the form of a curve. In essence, everything related to data in daily life is always related to curve. Okay guys, let's get into another example. According to the kinds of curve, namely open curve and closed curve. So, first, open curve. In the example of application in daily life, which is as shown in the picture. From the picture, there is a basketball that is thrown into the ring, which from an arch called an open curve, because an arch in which the first point does not meet the last point and it does not create an area. Second, closed curve. In the example of application in daily life, which is as shown in the picture. From the picture, there is a city bus road that is drawn in the form of a curve. A city bus road that goes around the city and back where we from is an example of a closed curve, because an arc in which the first point meets the last point until it makes a particular area or plane. Okay guys, thank you for your attention and see you, bye-bye.
Okay, I will continue about application of angle in daily life. The first, application of acute angle in daily life. In everyday life, there are several objects that form an acute angle. Generally, objects that have sharp angles have sharp characteristics because they are pointed and the edges are getting smaller. And here are some objects in the form of acute angles that are around us, including pen tip, spear tip, scissors slightly open position, and much more. Then, the second is the application of straight angles in daily life. In the first video, it has been explained that a straight angle has the definition that a straight angle has an angle of exactly 180 degrees. For example, bridges, roads, walls, and ruler. can be called straight angle because they fit definition of a straight angle. Next, there is the application of right angles, obtuse angles, and full rotation angles in daily life, which will be discussed by Roro Wulan. Bye guys!
Okay guys, I will continue the explanation about angle. The next application of a right angle in daily life. Before we look at example, let's remember that right angle has an angle that measures 90 degrees. For example, look at the following picture. The picture shows at 9 o'clock. If we look at the angle formed from 9 o'clock, it is a right angle. The next example is photo frame. Look at the following picture. The angle formed on the photo frame is a right angle with an angle of 90 degrees. The next is application of full rotation angle in daily life. First, plate. Look at the following picture. The angle formed by the plate is an angle whose measure is exactly 360 degrees. Second, coin. The angle formed by coin is an angle whose measure is exactly 360 degrees.
Nah guys, our discussion in this video is very interesting, isn't it? So, to improve your understanding about line, curve, and angles, in the next video, we will discuss practice question about line, curve, and angles. So, don't go anywhere. See you in the next video. Bye-bye!